Hello, I'm Lloyd Sievers. I'm a Deputy Sheriff of Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. I am currently assigned to the town of Windsor, and I do sketch art for the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department.
My name's Carrie McConville. I'm a detective with the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department. I'm assigned to the coroner's office as part of investigations now. I'm also one of the department's composite sketch artists.
My degree is in painting and drawing. I graduated from Sonoma State University. I have an AA degree prior to that from Santa Rosa Junior College, all in art. I
have always enjoyed drawing and painting and sketching ever since I was a little kid with my mom teaching me how to draw. I didn't get into it on a more professional level until I came from the Sheriff's Department and was given the opportunity to go to a couple of training courses in California.
The way things usually work with sketch art is I'll get a call from a detective based on their needs. If they have a crime where they think that the witness or victim got a good look at the suspect, they'll call us in and we'll sit down with the victim or witness and we'll articulate a drawing based on what they saw.
The most likely person to call us out is going to be one of the detectives from either the Violent Crimes Unit, Domestic Violence Sexual Assault Unit, or Property Crimes Unit. And the types of crimes that we get called out on are going to be major crimes or serial type crimes where we have a victim or a witness that has a very good image of the suspect in their mind, and they can be able to relay that with the idea that they could recognize them again if seen.
We'll sit down with that victim and we'll generate a sketch based on their memory.
Basically what we're trying to do is recreate an image from somebody's mind. So we need somebody that can articulate who they saw, what they saw. The average interview and sketch process takes anywhere from about 2 hours and can go up to about 4 or 5 hours. Typically it's between 2 and 3. And that process includes the interview, which is critical in trying to get a good image of the suspect. So it's oftentimes you have a victim that's been traumatized, and you need to bring that victim into a place where they can recall what the person looks like. Sometimes victims of traumatic things try and put the images out of their mind. So again, it's going through oftentimes a slow process to get them into a comfort level where they can kind of close everything else off and capture that image in their mind and then relay it to us.
My drawing skills are nothing. All I am is a hand for this person to draw the person who committed the crime.
I have a couple different tools when I'm trying to get somebody to describe the face. And typically what I have is the 2 books. One is just of heads. Everybody remembers things differently. So sometimes it's easier for somebody to look at pictures with the entire face intact and get a clearer idea of what the person looked like. You know, they may look at somebody and say, they look a lot like this person, but they have the nose of this person. So this is one tool depending on the type of person that's giving me the description. The second book that I use is the FBI Facial Identification Catalog, and this separates all the facial features. So I can have somebody tell me that, you know, they've got a unibrow type thing, and they can look at all the pictures where basically this is showing the brow line and eyes, and they can look at this and say it's something similar to this. And then they can go over to, you know, the different types of noses. So this book in itself isolates those facial features, and I put it together from what their descriptions are.
Oval heads, round heads, triangle heads, all the way through. So the victim will sit there, we'll have them relax, think about the person that did this crime. They'll go through, pick out a head shape. The head shape's listed on this sheet. In this case, let's say it was A4-7 is their head shape. I'll write A4-7 here on this sheet. Then they'll go on to the next part. Eyes, eyebrows, nose, lips, all the way through until we have this sheet filled out. It takes a little bit of time. The initial drawing from after they select all the parts out of this book, it takes probably about 20-25 minutes to generate the base drawing for me. From that point, it can be as much time as the victim needs. I mean, I've had them go as quick as a couple hours. I've had them as long as coming back the next day. This is the most rewarding, is when the victim looks back at a drawing and you see emotional triggers that let you know that, yeah, it does look right.
So here are a couple pictures that are samples of what we're trying to obtain when we're doing a composite sketch. In this particular instance here, this was a young woman that was abducted in a parking lot and stabbed and raped by this suspect. So while she's giving me description, she's trying to, in the best of her knowledge, come up with a fairly similar facial feature. In this particular case, he is obviously wearing a hat. She recollected a mole or marking on his cheek. You can see that she has the nose and the eyes pretty similar to this guy.
You can see the similarities. It's not a portrait by any means. It's not meant to be. It's just to give us visual clues to catch the person we're looking for. You can see the mustache, eyebrows, eyes, short cropped hair. As far as I was concerned, this was a success because we were able to use the drawing and establish our suspect from it.
It's just a tool. The drawing is simply a tool for law enforcement purposes. It's a tool to try to capture some of the traits in the suspect that somebody else may see and recognize.